Hey, I just got off of another coaching call with a client, and we were discussing how if you commit to doing your story, changing your beliefs, and changing your vibe, and being aware and taking 100% responsibility for everything that happens to you, it's like having a superpower that other people don't even know you have. It's true. I mean, it's so powerful if you think about it. So in particular, we were talking about negativity around the office. So if you have negativity in your workplace or your company or whatever, and you're blaming other people, you're losing. That is not the way to do it. You're playing in to them living in the matrix and being in a trance and being a machine based on their brainwashing and being on autopilot. That's all they're doing. They're just on autopilot. It's up to you to always default on taking 100% responsibility for what's happening to you. That's your default mode, right? You say, what part have I played in this? And then you go from there. So that the way you do that is that you change your story to address that very thing. And one of the things we discussed was changing the story to something like, everybody at my office is in my corner. They're always super supportive. They know I'm the smartest person here. They agree with every idea I have and understand, and they're excited when I come up with these new ideas. And this is a personal mantra of mine too, is that humans at the office, so my office mates, my office workers, or my employees or whatever, are always the best versions of themselves and the best versions of a human when they are around me, okay? So just understand, okay? Here's the concept you need to understand. People, like I said, people are on autopilot. They don't even know what they're doing. They don't know that they're acting like that, which is great for you because if you know what I tell you, you can manipulate them to do anything you want them to do. This is a superpower. This is what it's like to be a sorcerer, okay? Seriously, you have these magical powers inside of you. If you believe them, you can make other people do anything you want. So they're just doing what they're doing. They're reacting. They're just doing it. You, because you're aware, you live outside the matrix, you're aware, you're taking responsibility, you understand that to manipulate them, all you have to do is realize that that's the situation, be carefree about it, so be indifferent about the way they're being, and that realize that with your story about it, and your belief about it, and your vibe about it, that you can instantly make them do things, and they'll think it's their idea. So in other words, when you say everyone's positive around me, you're actually making that happen. And when it happens and when they do it, understand this, they will think it's their idea. Like, what's better than that? You're not convincing people. They are just automatically, they have this overwhelming thought of having a different behavior or doing this thing that they're going to do that you're actually secretly directing. And they think it's their idea. So what's better than that? Seriously. So if you do that, then they will do exactly what you want them to do, okay? And this doesn't happen, by the way, if you are just kind of messing with this whole concept, right? Well, you're doing your story in the morning and maybe you're telling yourself some positive affirmations at night. That's not going to do it. What's going to do it is if it's the prevailing thought in your life, the prevailing thought, like you have to tell yourself all day long, it has to be in the back of your head, this is how people treat me. This is how my world unfolds. This is my life. This is the way I do things. This is what people do. This is what they give me. This is what I attract. This is how I roll through life. If you constantly are on that, people will then react because you're being it, like you're it, right? You're being, and also I could throw another thing in here is that ultimately that is the state that everyone would like to be in. They just don't know how to do it. And they're so deep into the matrix and doing what everyone else around them is doing that they don't get it. So you are the one that's a shining beacon of what's possible, and it inspires them, and they think it's their idea, and they always want to be around you, and your life will go well. Okay. And this, you can apply this to anything in your life, this process. Okay. Personal relationships, obviously business relationships, anything, you can apply it. So listen, you have a superpower available to you. All you have to do is believe that it's possible and push through those blocks in your mind where you're kind of thinking, well, is this really possible? Because if this were possible, then I'd really be able to do anything, but wouldn't everyone already know about this? No, they don't know about it. I'm telling you, you know about it, because I'm telling you, this is why it is so freaking powerful, right? And another thing I'll just throw in here just as a bonus is that if you are wondering like whether this is possible, then I suggest you put some very specific things in your story that you can point to when you manifest and when they happen. So you can say, oh my gosh, this process works. And then when it works, a whole new world will open up to you. Okay. So you actually will be performing like magic. People will go, how is it possible? How do you do what you do? You just kind of, move the pieces around. You manipulate people. They do whatever you want when you're around. Yes, that's the point. You have this superpower. Okay. Now use it for good. But, well, that's all pretty much I have to say about it. So I hope that helps. Let me know if this resonates with you and if you get what I'm saying. And let me know if you're going to commit to it. And let me know what happens. All right. I will talk to you later.